Hello everyone, today we're taking a look at a new line of batteries. Now I've had these about, I would say just a touch over a month. Of course, you know me, I'm a micro guy. I really haven't flown this, I've just been using it on my DJI goggles, but I have been flying the rest of these pretty regularly. Now if you come to the channel or you're familiar with micros, you know that I tend to lean towards G&B batteries. Now this video isn't to say that these are bad batteries, but it is to kind of highlight the fact that there are other battery manufacturers out there. I have over the years taking flyers on various brands. Anyone got any of these? Boy, are they stinkers. Or these are especially bad. As much as I love the company, batteries just don't hold snuff. And we always find these different C ratings on batteries. You can find them all over the map from high to low. I think G&B lists 2 C ratings on their batteries. Now, I don't put much stock in that because from what I can tell over the years, there really isn't no standard as far as marking your batteries. It's just whatever they seem to feel like it. You can use it as an identifier for batteries. We used to years ago, especially with the Hobby King batteries. You could use the C rating as kind of a label or a name of a battery, not necessarily the battery and its performance. Now, battery and its performance, this is tough from a review standpoint of giving you information that you can rely on.
Hold on a second. I got to interrupt this guy. He has had 3 different videos on this same topic over the course of 2 days, and I don't like anything he's done. At least not much of it. So I want to boil it down here a little bit. I'm not one to make big bombastic or flamboyant or huge sort of proclamations about really any products. You get a pretty good, you get a flies nice, you get things like that when I like things. Sometimes I get surprising. That's another one I get. But when you're trying to talk about batteries in this sort of format, it's really difficult to give you any sort of measurable that you can actually take the data in and then make your own choice. It's all going to be subjective. If I did a number of different flying things, and when I look back at it, it really doesn't matter. You know, you have too many variables. Are the motors warm? Are the motors cold? Are the batteries cold? Are the batteries warm? How long ago were the batteries charged? Was that battery charged at the same on the same port on your charger and at the same time? Did the humidity change? Did the wind direction change? So any sort of flying stuff I do, it's all very subjective or just kind of thrown out the window. So this is what I'll tell you. The TLDR of the whole thing is there's a new battery on the block. You know I fly G&Bs a lot because I like G&Bs, especially for micros. They're very good performers and they're very economical, and these are very comparable. So I've got links down in the video description if you want to skip the rest of the video. You can't buy any right now because stock is sort of low and their lineup is a little bit light. They don't have all the different cells and all the different sizes you might be looking for. So you'll just need to check them out, and hopefully the stock and the lineup will fill up here shortly. They're cost competitive, they're weight competitive, and they're performance competitive. At the very least, they're performance competitive. This 850 I've been holding up. I've been flying around in this Holy Bro Mini Copus with the DJI system. Matter of fact, I did some, I guess you'd call it filming during 4th of July. And the reason why I was using this with this is a pretty taxing system. You know, it's got pretty beefy motors. They're fairly high KV, and there's quite a bit of weight for a 3-incher. I thought this was a pretty good pair. But they have other batteries. They have 1S, they have 2S. The ones I've been trying on 2S, I've been flying around on a little toothpick. And then, of course, with the 1S 450s that you're going to see, I've been flying around the house with one of these. You probably don't need to watch the rest of the video. I respect your time. You probably have other things you want to do. For those that want to stick around, I'm going to leave some of the trailing bits. It might feel a little bit chopped up, but they're there for you to watch if you'd like to. Oh, did I surprise a few? Red background. Came to the peer pressure, try out something new. I think it makes me look pale. Oh, my shirt, SN Hobbies. SN Hobbies out of Canada. snhobbies.com. Check him out. Let's get back into what he was doing.
Battery and its performance, this is tough from a review standpoint of giving you information that you can rely on because the battery testing equipment is very, very expensive. And I only am aware of one person who makes YouTube videos that has proper battery testing equipment. That's Joshua Bardwell. And I don't know how much battery testing he is doing recently. To try to give you some unit of measurement to looking at these batteries, the best I can do is put them on my Q200 and give a battery resistance rating. So you'll notice in this first image, I've got G&B and RDQ. Unfortunately, I don't have any officially branded G&B 850 milliamp 4S batteries. And you can see that A and B are the G&B 2S batteries that we've got on the top. They're actually positioned on the sides, but that's how the charger is labeled. Then we've got the 850 4S batteries that are C and D, and you can see those ratings here. Now, let's take a look at the same milliamp and the same cell count on the Auline. At least I'm calling it the Auline. Maybe it's Auline. I think it's Auline though. And as you can see, if you remember those numbers, the Auline batteries, the resistance is a little bit lower, and resistance being lower should be good because that's generally one unit of measurement we can use to rate batteries for performance. But of course, there's much more to batteries, as I previously mentioned, but I don't have any of that equipment. So in general, the highest resistance rating that we get for the Auline 452S batteries is 33. And the lowest rating that we get for the G&B 4S for the 452S batteries is 37. So that's somewhat significant. And then if we drop down to the Auline and the RDQ labeled batteries that are the same size, we have the lowest rating on the RDQ batteries is 10, and the lowest battery on the Auline is 6, and then the highest on the Auline is 12, whereas the highest on the RDQ is 19. So again, this could come down to use though. I have probably got more flights on the batteries with the G&B labels and the RDQ labels than I do with the Auline, but I have been flying them regularly over the course of the last month. Something else is weight. In micros, weight is everything. So if you have the same milliamp on the same cell count and lower weight, maybe that's a good thing. So let's weigh this. Auline 452S comes in at 28.63. And the G&B just a tiny bit more. That might be in the margin of error for the scale. The A54S Auline, 97.69. And the RDQ branded battery that is to be made by G&B comes in at 99.15, which is getting close to 1.75 grams more. The 450 milliamp 1S Auline battery comes in right at 13 grams on my scale. And the G&B 451S comes in at 12.67 grams. So right now I'm seeing some listings primarily on RDQ's website for the Auline batteries, and that's where I'm getting my price comparison from. And they're coming soon, unfortunately, so you can't order them right now. But I just wanted to highlight the fact that this brand of battery seems to be very, very good. Seems to be, at the very least, like I said, performs just as well as the G&B, maybe better. And if you happen to buy any and you go out and fly them and you find one way or another, I would be very interested in knowing what your results have been, your personal flying experience with these batteries are. I'm going to continue to fly them. And if you follow the channel, you'll hear me talk about them again as I get 40, 50, 100 packs down the line, because I know my G&B packs have been through many, many flights. And something else that just came in today, also from RDQ, but it looks like it's sold out. I'll put links to where I can find stuff down in the video description. But it's called a parallel charger, but it's actually a series charger. And as you can see, it's for our little 1S batteries, for recharging batteries that might go in something like this, or like I showed you previously, like this. And with this, you can use your standard charger and its balance lead to storage charge. And I know many of you have been asking about storage charging, and thank you Flying Sandal for sending me one. Well, actually, he sent two. I appreciate that. I'm going to put this through its paces and use it and see how it turns out. Now, of course, when you're charging like this, what this does is it makes basically your 4 batteries simulate like it's a 4S battery, but there is a caution there. I wouldn't put wildly different voltages from one battery to the next on to charge them at the same time. The base is 3D printed. If we can get a finer shot of that, you're going to see some of the layers. It's a little bit hard in the bright lights and the yellow, but it is a 3D printed base. We've got some nice thick gauge wire. That's really heavy duty stuff. I think this is 12 gauge. Yeah, right there it says 12. And it's all silicone based wire, so it's all nice and flexible and pliable. Shouldn't give us any fits. It's my favorite sort of wire to use. We also have an XT60 with a nice little boot on there to keep it nice and clean. So I just wanted to bring this up. It came in the mail just today, and I thought I would show it to you guys. One in the wild, actually 2 in the wild. So now, with my 2 1S chargers and 2 of these boards, I can charge 16 batteries at a time. Or I can storage charge 8. Yay! If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or otherwise, please let me know in that section down below. I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.